Hello everybody, it is me, MisterVince, and I hope you all have a wonderful day today. And in this video, I'm going to review you guys a pretty forgotten car. So I actually made a video about this vehicle a month ago, but I am going to show you guys the car again. So a lot of you have probably seen me drive this car, but in this video, I'm going to talk about the NASCAR. Yep, it's literally called the NASCAR. NASCAR. It's everywhere. But if you want to know specifically what kind of NASCAR, well, it's called NASCAR. Yeah, that's literally the name of the car I'm going to show you guys. But for real, it's called NASCAR. Yeah, it literally is called NASCAR. The NASCAR, which is literally the name of the car I'm going to show you guys, has a texture that contains the number 73. So if you don't want to call this NASCAR because there are two other NASCARs alongside, you can just call this NASCAR 100K or NASCAR 73. Those two will work because, yeah, as you can see, we got the number 73 on the NASCAR texture. So some of you have probably seen my garage before, but you might be like, where is the free NASCAR? Well, as it turns out, I don't have the free NASCAR. But if you wanted to get the free NASCAR, you had to play the 2021 NASCAR event, but since I was banned twice, I couldn't get the NASCAR free back, so I only got the NASCAR back and the MCL36 back. Alright, so about the NASCAR 100K, not the free variant, but the 100K. This variant of the NASCAR is the most expensive of the three, and you had to purchase this vehicle inside of that building way over there that was accessible in the 2021 NASCAR event. It was also accessible in the 2023 NASCAR event, in the 2022 MCL36 event. Considering those two events were really sick. So this is the NASCAR in action, and you can definitely tell it's very fast. This version of the NASCAR is the fastest version of the three, as like Bedimo mentioned, this vehicle is going to have even more horsepower. So the NASCAR, which is literally the name of this car, is also my favorite version of the NASCAR because, for one, it is from 2021, and so it does look very different from the NASCAR 75th, and for two, it is the fastest, and so it's very convenient for you to use this version of the NASCAR. I believe you can also spawn this vehicle in without the Pro Garage, so that's sick. But with that being said, this vehicle is ridiculous for 100,000. I mean, it is kind of comparable to some of the other mid-tier vehicles like the Lambo, the Beam, the Audi, and possibly the 𝗟𝗏𝗁, but the 𝗟𝗏𝗁 is a tad bit faster with overdrive gear. So the NASCAR, of course, features a higher top speed than its free counterpart due to the former's higher price. Yeah, this vehicle costs 100,000 and you can no longer purchase it. You also cannot trade this vehicle. So once you buy this, you keep it forever. The only other differences between the two NASCARs, apart from the performances, are their different liveries. So as you can see, the NASCAR has a different texture compared to the NASCAR 76 or the NASCAR Free. So as you can see, this is the texture of the NASCAR. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's literally the name of the car, but yes, it is faster. It does have better reverse speed. Its handling is about the same. Its off-roading is a tad bit better. The launching acceleration are amazing, and the braking is good. You could even climb correctly on this mountain if you want. I mean, this NASCAR is super powerful. I mean, no joke. And I kind of failed, but that's okay. This NASCAR is crazy. The headlights look pretty solid too. I like these more over the NASCAR 75's headlights because the NASCAR 75's headlights are kind of obnoxious looking, but I don't think they look too bad. These ones at least look a tad bit better. And you can see the brake lights are also a little bit different because they look kind of similar to the brake lights of some other vehicles. The textures also work really well with this vehicle. So if I'm not mistaken, every texture can be used on this vehicle except for some of the textures that can only be used on certain vehicles. So yeah, you cannot use certain textures, but you can still use textures like the checker, pixel, and armor, as you can see. And because of the July 2022 update as well as the 2022 fall update, some of the textures have been improved and amplified on the NASCAR, so they do look really good on this vehicle. So the NASCAR itself is just amazing. If you guys do not know how to disable this vehicle is called NASCAR 1. And if I go ahead and use vehicle ban NASCAR 1 true, as you can see, I cannot enter the car. Because in Jailbreak admin commands, it is called NASCAR 1, as this was the first NASCAR to release to Jailbreak. And if you want to know how, well, it's just called NASCAR 1. NASCAR free is NASCAR 2, and NASCAR 75th is just called NASCAR 75th. Yeah, I don't know why though, I'm going to be honest there. This car just looks sick. I love it over the NASCAR 75th because of the exquisite details that make it unique compared to the NASCAR 75th. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the NASCAR 75th. You can trade for this vehicle, and I do like the texture that is part of this vehicle, but it's not necessarily the best. I do have a few problems with this vehicle. For one, the license plate is moved over to the right side instead of the middle, which is kind of a shame, but I do kind of understand why. The brake lights do look a tad better on this vehicle over the original NASCARs, but I don't like the texturing of this vehicle when using another texture like black ice, as you can see. And unfortunately it's dark, so it's kind of hard to see the black ice texture on the back of this vehicle. But you can also see that the headlights look a little bit too deceiving. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they look a bit weird. And you can also see that some of the other details of the NASCAR 75th don't look as good. So some of the other details are kind of dark compared to the details on some of the other NASCARs. But I do love the fact that there is a number 75 on top of this NASCAR. That is another thing I like about this version of the NASCAR. But the horsepower is also not that good. So that's why I prefer the other NASCAR over the NASCAR 75th. The horsepower is just far more superior. The license plate at stock is NASCAR, and I think the free variant also says NASCAR. So yeah, overall I think this car is worth using, and I don't think a lot of people have the NASCAR compared to the MCL36, as I think more people got the MCL36 compared to the NASCAR. So I think the NASCAR is great. If you have the vehicle, you should use it. That vehicle is amazing. The NASCAR itself is just great. Now, some people might be asking me as to how I got the NASCAR back after getting unbanned for the second time. And the simple answer is that I was originally banned using the 𝗟𝗏𝘁 glitch, and I also had the free NASCAR and the NASCAR in my inventory. And so because of what happened, 𝗟𝗏𝘁 decided that he would be nice enough to give me back just the NASCAR and not the free NASCAR, which sucks, but it's still good because I got back the NASCAR, as you can see. 𝗟𝗏𝘁 couldn't give me back the free NASCAR because the free NASCAR's price system is different. So unfortunately, 𝗟𝗏𝘁 cannot give me back the free NASCAR, but that is perfectly fine because either way, this is probably the best version of any NASCAR that exists in Jailbreak. And hopefully there is going to be another NASCAR event in the future, which is probably likely, but we'll see, perhaps. If you guys want me to review another vehicle, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. I am back to reviewing some vehicles, so thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. My name is Mr. Vince, and I'll see you guys next time.